Hey guys, it's Kevin with Spirit of Twilight. Today we're going to be wrapping a jasper, and it's very beautiful, beautiful stone. This is a cab, and I did get this in one of my, kind of like a grab bag if you would, from my supplier. So he gave me several different cabs I could choose from. So I picked about 5 different ones, as you can see here. Here's the other 4. So you have a highlight, what is this one? Not a fire agate, this, definitely. This is a dyed jasper. And then we have a forest agate here. And this is carnelian. So, you can see that in my hand. And we're going to go back to this one here. And as I mentioned, this is really pretty. And I got these from my supplier here in Florida. So what I'm working with is, this is a 16 gauge round wire. And as you can see, I've already bent it in half. And I'm going to be working with a 28 gauge wire as my wrapping wire to my base. So let's get started with this. And we'll go from there. I know you guys probably saw my last video, and it was just a short 2 minutes, but it was simply horrible in quality, and that was from using my old webcam instead of my iPhone, which is what I'm using now to record my videos with. So on my Mac, that works out better than the PC and the webcam that I have. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to find the center point of my 28 gauge wire, because we're going to be working in 2 different directions on this particular wrap. What I want to do is start off with wrapping this a few times in the center. There we go. Around 1 wire. Then I'm going to add an additional wire to the mix. Then again 2 or 3 times. I prefer 3. I'm going to wrap this side 3 times. Actually, that wrapped 4 times, so let's wrap this one again. Okay. We're going to take our 3rd strand, alongside strand number 2, and we're going to wrap it 3 times, but only with wires number 2 and 3. There we go. We're going to try to move everything back to the center. And lastly, we're going to work on this side. I'm going to wrap this 4 times. Well, and this is the dead center of my wrap for this cab. Again, you want to make sure that it's centered. If it moved, which it normally does, just recenter it back into position. So, and this is pretty much a basic wrap. So I'm only going to be using 2 for the front and 1 for the back, which is, this is pretty much easy to do. So what I'm going to do next is take my wire number 1, which has the least amount of wraps on it. I'm going to move it to the back, and I'm going to bend that outward. like so. And then I'm going to continue to go ahead and wrap the other 2 wires in a design, just something very simplistic. And we're going to be doing this on both sides, so you want to kind of keep count if you can. We're going to do 2, and then we're going to go over both 3 times. Count 2. And go over 3 times. So this is a really, really basic wrap, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm trying to make wraps that are more simplistic, even for my shows, because I do have a vendor event coming up, not this upcoming weekend, but the following weekend, and it's a big art show here in Orlando. So I'd like to offer several tiers of different pendants so people can buy, and they don't feel that they have to purchase something and spend a lot of money on something that's extremely intricate. Like, I wrapped a few pendants before. They were just simple we're gonna set that short. There we go. Okay. So now I have the beginning of my pendant setting, and these 2 wires are actually going to be the back. They're not going to be shown on the front side of the pendant. So what I'm gonna do is just manipulate this a bit. Shape, and I'm trying to keep those endings flat against the back side, because that side's going to go against the stone. So I'm going to take this piece here, pull it tight together, place my stone in between the front and the back, and then you want to work your front wires around the stone. And I'm basically using the heat of my hands to do this. There we go. So actually that closure comes out pretty perfect, as you can see. Make sure we've got everything good, make sure everything is tight and wrapped the way it's supposed to be. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set the stone inside by creating the bail after bringing all 6 wires back together. I'm going to set this down for a second. And we're going to grab more 28 gauge wire. Probably grabbing a good 2 to 2.5 feet. And my stone is still loose, so you want to be careful. I thought I'm going to take that out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start with one of the wires here, which is a center wire. So I'm going to let go of my back wires and pull these out a bit. So the center wire is the one that's right next to the one in the back. You take that wire and you're going to wrap your bail wire a few times. take the other two from the other side. Let's get that out of the way. And we're going to do the same thing. Bend these. And push them to the front. Okay. So now what you need to do is you need to get these wires with the rest of the weave on it closed to the back of the pendant. So we're just going to take a pair of pliers and very gently pull them through. Push on, bail ever so slightly. Like so. Then you're going to take your wires and over the top. Now, as I mentioned before, I kept this wire in case something would happen to the weave, and it seems to be fine. So we'll go in there and cut that short. I'm going to take each one of these one at a time. Wrap them around. So I want to make sure this is going to stay as well. So I'm going to take this and move it upward. Lightly. Because I felt my stone coming loose, which wasn't a good thing. Okay, so now we have these cut. We're going to cut the other side. And we're going to grab our round nose pliers, and we're just going to take these and we're going to fold them over the back of the pendant. Same thing with this side. Take them both, fold them over to the back of the pendant. We're going to take our needle nose pliers and we're just going to push those into place where they belong. And same thing with the other side. Go. Okay, so now our bail is finished. I want you to even out your wires on both sides. Just make sure they are even. And then these wires from the backing, we can add a little interest to the pendant, or we can simply cut them off. But since they're here, I'm just going to go ahead and cross them over. So I'm going to pull this through the front. Just to give it a little appeal. And I made a mistake. I went through my back wire, which is what I did not want to do. Actually, it looks to be okay. So we'll leave it. Snip that short. Some needle nose pliers again, bend it around. And tuck that into place. Go. I'm going to take the other one and do the same thing. across the front. So, I like to make sure that it's even. Pushing this through the front. Tightly as we can. And that needs to be moved up a bit. There we go. Move that to the back. I'm going to cut this one short as well. And we'll set this one into place. Alright, there we go. That is it. That is a basic wrap with a cab. And it turned out really nice. It's not overly done. It's not overly intricate. It's very simple. Pretty easy to do. And this will make a nice piece for someone to give as a gift, or if you're looking to sell jewelry, you know, certainly sell jewelry at local events or online like I do at spiritoftrilight.com. If you did like this video, please go ahead and click on like and subscribe. It always helps me get my videos out there into the wonderful algorithm of YouTube. And of course, I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.